back to some commentary on some footage I took of Watch Dogs. So here we are. The thing about Watch Dogs is that it's quite a long game, and it's quite a game that keeps on going and going. So I'm fast forwarding some bits for you, so it may skip a bit. Actually, it's skipping a bit now because my capture dongle doesn't want to work properly. It's a Roxio job, so I don't know, I might just get an Elgato instead, not too sure, but here's a bit of fast forwarding so you don't have to get all the boring bits. So this is part of a mission called Gang Hideouts, and this one's called The Tower. So you go around the city, either finding intel on gang hideouts, and you have to go and slap someone around. So you slap the head honcho around, but you've got to identify him first, and there's a bunch of guys who protect him, obviously. It's sort of a mob thing. Throughout the whole game, there's a sort of a thread of commentary about a guy called Lucky Quinn, who's like the mob boss. So it's and how he's not really a nice guy. I don't think all mob bosses are, but he does say that obviously some mob bosses are quite nice and they'll do it. They've got a bit of respect. Anyway, I don't know anything about mob bosses, by the way. But the whole Chicago thing, I guess, is that's what they wanted to tune into. So the producers of the game. So this is three times I give this a go. This particular level, 3 times. As I say, I'm not very good at any games, and I don't really have time to look at this. Jeez, I mean, I don't have much time to play any games, so it's just a matter of picking it up and playing it for 15 minutes. And that's obviously not enough to be any good at any game long term. But out of all the games I've played so far for the Xbox One, I think Watch Dogs is the best game to pick up and just go with it. Just pick up and play. You can just jump in. Wolfenstein's a bit like that as well. I think Ghosts is a bit difficult. You kind of have to get into that sort of mood, and you have to practice for a bit and actually be good to actually get any sort of satisfaction out of the game. But with Watch Dogs, you can jump straight in. It's pretty easy to get money. It's pretty easy to get kit. You're kind of limited only by how many of the sort of proper mission, sort of proper scenario, sort of campaign games you can, missions you can do. I don't tend to do them much. I tend to run around and just do the little sort of mini missions. Well, there are quite a few. So a lot of people say this is GTA for Xbox One, which it is really, with a bit more thrown into it, a bit more angles thrown into it. And I don't mind that. I love GTA when you can just run around and do what you want. So I'm shooting this guy with my Silence M11. The guy's marked with a star because he's special forces, it looks like. So I'm attacking. This guy has obviously got a bead on me. He knows where I am. In this game, moving around does help a lot, actually. If they don't see you move, that's fine. You can see this guy's got a little sort of, if you didn't know, around his character, it's got a little sort of speech marks, if you think of it that way. That basically means that he can contact help, so he can call in help. Which usually in the form in this game, I'll show you a bit later, a bunch of guys in cars turn up and try and mess up your day. Not only that, you've got contend with the police, and we'll see that later. The police do turn up because civilians do phone the police. Not very nice, for you, and that's based on weapons fired, and they hear weapons fire and things like that. So I think there we go. So the guy up top is calling in some reinforcements. Guy moves out in the open. Obviously, that guy's got one chevron, so he saw one chevron on his chest. That means he's a low-level sort of gunman. He's not very clever. I don't think the AI is particularly tuned for that particular level. From what I've seen, the armor and AI tend to go up. And see that there's a guy right in the corner there, where my icon on my thing is right now. So yeah, I've got some money, so I thought I'd buy one of these. This is a semi-automatic grenade launcher. Fairly useful in this situation, I think. I always switch to it when I encounter a bunch of blokes in cars that don't like me for some reason. It's not exactly that great for picking up individuals. You might want to switch to another weapon there, but I think I do. I switched to the ACR, which is like the assault rifle. Okay, that guy had 2 chevrons on him, so he's a veteran, which means he's a bit more skill level. But the ACR, I think, is a brilliant weapon. Obviously, it's a lot of power into it. It's two or three shot kills for most bad guys. But it doesn't fire too fast, so all the other weapons like the goblin and things like that you'll come across will fire faster, but it needs more shots to take them down. I like the ACR because it's pretty quick to kill. It may not be quick firing, but if you're accurate, you're going to kill them off. So here I am working through the level, and I think I've blown it. So at this point, it's just a matter of getting as much info as possible before I die. So I'm not going to die. I've got a funny feeling on this one I die because I just get overwhelmed. You can see the guy being outlined there. He's a one chevron, so he's a gunman. Not very clever. And that was the equivalent of the automatic shotgun. So yeah, I don't know what to do with those shotguns. I'm not really a shotgun person, especially with like games like Ghosts and things like that. I don't used to get quite close to use them, and rather use an assault rifle. Now I switch to the R2000, which is basically a one-handed sort of 90mm, that's big, 9mm sort of submachine gun. Don't rate it much. Again, it hasn't got much power. You have to get a lot of hits. Not very accurate, and in that situation, I actually rather use a pistol. So there we are. I've blown that steam pipe. I just unloaded a mag into that veteran because he's got a star in it. He's got a helmet, so that's obviously he's armoured. But it needs a bit of quite a lot of shots, and they're not very accurate either. So it looks like a phone call's going on there. I could have used at this point. I could have used the block. So disrupt comms. So it would stop anybody using their mobile phone to phone the police. I should have used that, but I didn't want to waste it because I knew I was going to die anyway. So the cops are here; they're coming. So I'm sort of stuck. I've got guys above me who are the bad guys who want to kill me. I've got guys coming up, the policemen, who want to kill me even more. And I apologise about my nose. It's just hay fever is just ridiculous in the UK at the moment. My voice sounds funny anyway, in the normal sense of the word. With my nose, it feels even worse. Now, talk about the police. So the police will come and find you, and depending on, it's just like GTA, depending on your notorious level, which is the bottom right hand corner, they'll send high-speed police pursuit vehicles or helicopters. So also figured into this is the reputation you have. So every time you do a good thing and stop a crime, which will pop up every so often around the city, you go and solve a crime, or actually it happens at random. So you'll find that they're a cash machine. Someone will get money stolen and they'll turn into with a red chevron on them, and they'll start running. If you catch them, you get like reputation, which means that you're either a protector or a vigilante, or you're a really bad guy. That tends to help you. If you commit crime on the street, the public are less likely, the higher you are vigilante level, to call the police on you. Okay, so they obviously value your services, right? But if you go the other way, they're more likely to call the police. Now, every time you shoot a policeman or kill a policeman or injure a civilian or kill a civilian, your reputation goes down. So that sort of goodwill, if you know what I mean, goes down. I found anything you do will actually obviously there we go. So I've disabled a copper, killed a copper, and it's all got red down arrows on the bottom right. So and as you see there as well, the bad guy's actually shooting at the coppers, and the coppers are shooting back, and we're all having a big fight. So I thought it best to get out of that situation. A lot of coppers are dead, so I've lost a lot of reputation. Now that's the police helicopter. So I've got an actual perk where I can actually disrupt the police helicopter for a certain amount of seconds, which early on in the game you can't do, and it's really annoying when you get caught by the police. You either have to drive under the L, the elevated the train system, and hope that the coppers won't find you when you're driving your car, because the police can't see the police helicopter can't see under the L. But then the problem is usually the cars are the police cars are sort of wandering around. Anyway, back to this. So I'm getting completely and utterly surrounded now. I've got coppers everywhere, and the coppers. Every time I shoot a copper, I'm losing my reputation, which doesn't help me during the game. I've got 3 stars, bottom right hand corner you'll see I've got the 3 stars, 3 flashing lights so to speak. So now they're pretty angry. There's police helicopter again, I disabled it. That obviously takes power off your battery of your phone, and that is on the bottom right hand corner. You'll see like a battery meter. Certain actions in the world cost battery power, and you're only allowed a certain amount of battery segments. The bad guy's trying to escape, so if it comes to the point where you're getting too close or he's getting spooked, he'll try and get in his car. There you go, so he's in the car, he's driving off. I'll try to empty one into the car, but I didn't catch anything, didn't get a tyre. Usually sometimes it works, especially if you go front engine block or something like that, but I thought, wow, that's a clever idea. I'll jump off the building and try and okay. I thought it'd be quite cool to jump out the building and sort of swing into the next level and then disable the car and have it flip over and explode and in like a cinematic John Woo slow motion thing, but I just fell off and died. So here's the second time round. So now second time round, this gets a bit, I know what's going on now. Every time you go through it, the actual scenario doesn't change at all. So the actual positioning of the people and the enemies and the bad guys and the kit gets all reset when you actually go back. So every time you kill the mission, you lose ammunition, things like that. So although I don't think you do, I have to double check on that, but I don't think you lose ammunition. You get to replay it all. But I think reputation gets hit permanently. I'll have to check that and come back to you on that one. I don't actually know, which is probably a bad thing. I'm sorry, moving the mic there. So what was I talking about? So on the bottom left-hand corner, you've got that battery meter. So certain things in the world to hack things or make things happen, like usually it's free, but things like distracting. Sorry, that's the front door. Sorry, like stuff like distracting, things like that, disrupt comms, cost 1 energy bar. So that's pretty much expensive. So I just distracted that guy. I'll give him a shot to the head. Okay, that cost me 1 battery on the bottom left hand corner, you'll see that. Then I can disrupt his comms, which is quite easy to do if I want to. Right now I don't know what I'm doing. The body's been found, so I kind of have to do something. So I decided to take him out. That guy doesn't realise yet. He does realise, so I think he didn't. But I disrupted his comms. He's getting all this squealy in his earphones, and bish bash bosh, I can kill him. But oops, someone else has found me. They obviously saw me. I can't figure out why. They must have gone around. There he is on the left hand side. Just missed him. So I've completely mucked this one up because he's shooting me from the side. I don't know where he is. That's it. I'm dead. So this is the 3rd time. My God, you're thinking, how long is this going on for? I told you I was bad at this game. I really did. You didn't have to watch this. Actually, you do, because it's quite fun. I think this one I get it right. And I get it right in a cheaty way, because the one thing I don't like about this game is that obviously the person you have to get, you can't kill them. You have to disable them to take them down. When you do take them down, you know, sometimes they're hidden quite deep into the level, if you know what I mean. So quite deep within, surrounded by loads of men. But quite often they're on the outskirts and they can wander around, so you can usually attract them to you and just take them out, and that's it. You know, obviously take them out and oh, someone's seen me already. Crap. So yeah, you can usually take them out, and that's the end of the level. You have to just escape, evade capture. So what do I go for here? I go for the Goblin, which is the 3-shot rifle, I think. See, I didn't see him before. It's a faster firing rifle. Obviously it takes a couple of bursts for most people, for most characters, to take them down. It is though a weapon that's pretty much completely unlocked at the start of the game. As long as you've got the money you can buy one. So I died there as well. So I think it's the 4th time lucky. My goodness me, see how bad I am at this game. This time I decided to take the car up because I couldn't be bothered to run. God, even in games I'm lazy. Then I jump out of the car for some reason. I think I pressed the wrong button there, but I thought it looked good for you guys, you know. It was done on purpose, obviously. So here back I am. Now, like I said before, everything's reset. The cars may be different colours, but everything's the same place. So I set the alarm off again.
Someone's got to be doing that.
Wait for the guy to wander over. and take him down. I don't like takedowns much. They take too much time. It's a bit like knifing in Ghosts. When you knife, you sort of do that animation, and in the meantime, someone is shooting you, which is a bad thing. So here's fast forwarding. Now the light textures are quite good. So obviously it's early morning, or was it late evening? Probably early morning in Chicago. The sun's coming through there. That's pretty neat. I do like that because it doesn't help that you have the sun in your front of your eyes. So I'm just checking out where everybody is using the cameras. So I'm hacking the cameras. That's a free hack. That doesn't cost those battery things I was talking about. That's what you should do. So here's I learned from my mistakes, and I spotted that bloke who was on the edge. I didn't see him. He was out of camera range. But now I have him. So I'm going to take down. I thought it was pretty good because I'm protected by that van or pickup. So all these people, obviously, I have to avoid or kill. And I thought at this point that the bad guys at the top level above me, so that wouldn't be good. So here we go. So fast forwarding again. I decided what to do. Again, this takes quite a long time. I can distract the guy, as it looks like there. The brilliant thing is a bit like an outline, a bit like Oracle in Ghosts. Right now I put distractor on. So these are the little lures, sort of distracting things. They lure people, so they make noises. You throw them, you turn them on, and you activate them, and they make noise. And people sort of join together. Now, so I've hacked him. His explosive, he had an explosive on him that would go off if I hacked it. I did, so I lured them together, pressed the button, and it exploded them. The problem is that other third guy didn't turn up, wasn't too close. So that guy is just a gunman, so he's got the single chevron, so hopefully it'll be quite easy to take out. Yep, quite easy. I switched to jam comms because I thought the guy above me was going to call in some help, some mates to help him out. What I don't like about the game actually is the selection of the wheel, the weapons wheel, that when you try and select a weapon or a special thing, it's quite a bunch of guys coming up, so let's try and hide. And you can see this guy can actually call reinforcements because he's got that, don't fall off. He's got that speech marks around him. Now, he goes for a wander trying to find me. And they suspect at this point there's someone around, obviously, because lots of people have been dead. And, God, he turned around, that was really good. Lots of people died and big explosions have happened. So he's now split off from the main group. On the right-hand side, the two guys aren't there. So I just popped out and popped in one. I let him get some good distance. I've got two elites, so those ones are the stars. Remaining, I think. So, quick scan. Obviously, that guy there. I don't know whether he's the bad guy or not. I'm not sure, but I activate the forklift and he ignores it completely. So I think he is the bad guy that I have to get. Nope. Well, he's not anymore, so I just shot him with a headshot. Then I've got a guy there. That's the head count. That's the knockdown guy. So I thought, well, let's see. That's the wheel I talked about. It's very difficult. You can select the main weapons sort of easily by going to the four main points, which is north, south, east, and west. It's just the northeast, southeast, and all that sort of midpoints that are quite difficult to get hold of. And I guess that's why they included the other selector, so you can actually select within that group. But it'd be quite useful if they actually made it so you can actually select it pretty much, easier with, I don't know, maybe just cycling through it rather than have to select it. I honestly can cycle through it. Please tell me if I'm wrong. So I've got the guy, knocked the guy down. That's the guy who got knocked down. Now I've got to get out. Get out. I've got to escape. So that, if you look at the multi-map on the right, the little mini-map on the right-hand side, there's a white circle. That's the circle I have to escape. So in I go, round and round I go, trying to escape. At the moment, I think I made it, which is absolutely brilliant. I do hope that I've made it. I've escaped this one. Okay, so that's the tower mission complete. Took about 4 times. See how bad I am. But please comment on anything you see and hear, and Please leave comments, please leave a like. Anything you want to see or anything you want me to do or try attempt to do. Maybe guess how many times it takes me to finish the whole game. I don't know, but it's been great talking to you. Please come back for more, and I hope to see you all soon. Cheerio.